Hi, everyone. In this video, I'm going to be talking about different photogrammetry softwares that are available. We originally made this presentation a couple of years ago, but as this is such a fast-growing field, it's necessary to update every once in a while because new softwares become available. So this is updated as of 2023. So this is a non-comprehensive list of different photogrammetry softwares that are commonly used. Each one varies in price, hardware specifications, and what it is ideally used or marketed for. We will also touch on a couple of phone apps that are available for making 3D models. However, there are many out there, and generally they don't offer the same quality as desktop applications. So two examples that I will give are ones that are available for both Android and Apple. Newer versions of the iPhone has LiDAR capabilities, which can detect how far away an object is and make a very good quality model. But of course, it's not available for Android. So starting out with the most popular software and the one that we use for the summer school, we have Azure Soft Metashape. You can download this from the Azure Soft website, and it's available for both Mac and Windows. It doesn't require much system tweaking. However, you can change GPU settings, language, and units. The price of it ranges significantly from the standard to the professional version. So, of course, you get more features on the professional, such as georeferencing, being able to add scale bars, and some automation options. So Azure Soft is suitable for both close range and aerial photogrammetry, and it can produce 3D point clouds and meshes, digital elevation models, and orthophotos. Next, we have Meshroom, which is produced by Alice Vision. This, unfortunately, is only available for Windows and Linux, so it's not useful for Mac users. It is, however, a free and open source software. It's also a node space tool, meaning each node feeds information and parameters into the following node through a string of connections. So if you've ever used Blender, you may be familiar with this. So this is slightly different from Azure Soft, which outlines the workflow for you automatically. Next, we have Pix4D, which is a suite of tools aimed at terrestrial or aerial photogrammetry. The Pix4D Mapper is a software that allows you to map out your drone flight plan, and it captures photographs during the flight and then processes the dataset to provide a 3D model. It can be quite an expensive tool. However, aerial photogrammetry in itself is generally more expensive than close range due to the equipment that's needed. So this software would just be another budgetary consideration. Another software that's gained popularity is CoolMath. This is a fully open source software. All code updates are available on GitHub, and contributions such as bug reports or improvements are also welcome on there. So it is a command line interface, so some coding experience is necessary, but it is available to Windows, Mac, and Linux. Another paid tool is 3DF Zephyr. This is a Windows-only tool, but it was built to be very user-friendly. And there is a free version available. However, you're limited to 50 image inputs for each model. Next, we have Recap, which is an Autodesk tool. Since it's part of Autodesk, it's designed to be integrated into multiple tools within the suite. It has two different modes, one for aerial and one for close-range photogrammetry. And this one is also on the higher end at almost €450 for a yearly subscription. And yes, only available for Windows, unfortunately. And then we have RealityCapture, which prides itself in having a simple and intuitive interface. With this software, you can create 3D models, virtual environments, georeferenced maps, and there's also a new mobile app for ISO only, iOS. You do have to pay per input during processing instead of paying for the entire software. So this can get quite expensive depending on how large, how much data you have. Now moving on to the mobile photogrammetry apps. First, we have Clone. Clone is available, of course, for both Android and Apple. However, the Apple version is more advanced due to the increased amount of features. The models are processed locally on your device. So normally this does not give you high quality models. There is a free demo version of this, but for a premium license, yeah, a premium license is required, for which you have to pay. And finally, we have the app Polycam. And this app gives you basic tools to take images and editing your model, as well as video creation for sharing your work. And there's also a content sharing platform on the app where you can view other works. So this one's quite fun. The free version limits you to 7 3D model renderings, and the professional version gives you unlimited models for €90 a year. So as we've seen, there's a huge range of options for photogrammetry softwares. So the project that you're undertaking will usually determine which option is best for you. But the nice thing is that most offer free trials, so you can test them out and see which one works best for your purposes. We use Metashape in this summer school because it's user-friendly in that the interface and the workflow is set up quite intuitively. It's also relatively cheap for the standard or educational license, and there's a 30-day free trial of the professional one. So it's nice to have that time to test it out and build quite a few models in that time. And it's also widely used within the digital heritage community. So there's a lot of resources available online for troubleshooting and training. So there we go. Thank you.